Okay guys, welcome back to the supplement review. Now this week we're going to be looking at a product called REDRUM Loco. Now this is from Myoblox. You may remember a little while ago we looked at the Rainbow Haze and we were really impressed by this. This is another Myoblox limited edition and this one was put out for Halloween. Now in a slightly strange marketing ploy they released it on Halloween, so the kind of Halloween buzz had died out before anybody got their orders. It then took another maybe 6-8 weeks for the stock to land in the UK. And yeah, so now we're reviewing this in January 2019 and nobody's feeling remotely Halloweeny. That small point aside, this is another great product in my opinion from Myoblox. I got number 278 out of 4,000. Now it's really clever the way they've done this. 4,000, as we said last time, is probably a standard production run for a company of their size. But by making it limited edition and by hand numbering the tubs, they've really created this air of exclusivity around the products, which is really clever. You can still, in fact, buy this. I think Serious Nutrition have still got some now, a year after its release. So, quite how limited they are is a different question. But still, I really got to applaud their marketing team there. It's a great idea, and it is, typical of the brand to do these kind of fun, cool things. Now, again, as you'd expect with the Halloween Red Rum edition, this is cool as fuck. You've got Werewolf Blood as the flavour. So it's going to be interesting to find out what werewolves taste like. Kort of Ask Kort also had a tub of this, so he's given us his opinion. So we'll have that later on in the video. Now, they are different formulas, but there are some similarities between the two. Both contain real caf, which is supposed to be a more absorbable form of caffeine that's naturally occurring. Both contain hygumine, both contain huperzine A. And I think both contain tyrosine as well, yeah. And of course, L-citrulline, betaine, and taurine as well. Those are the three key doses that are different in this and this. So one of the things they've done is the 666, 6 grams of taurine, 6 grams of L-citrulline, and 6 grams of betaine. For me, I'm not aware of anybody having pointed to any evidence that 6 grams in particular is the clinical dose for any of those ingredients. Certainly, some products have had 6 grams of one or other of those ingredients. No product's ever put 6 of those together. It's the 6 grams of taurine that really kind of stands out for me. I think it's just there to make another 6. It's kind of a case of what can we put in this with 6 grams that's not going to have a negative effect on the product. The effect that it does have is it makes the pump insane, in my opinion. I think I react particularly well to 6 grams of taurine. But I think that's slightly more by accident than design and because of a desire to have the 666. Okay, so we're going to look at the design of the product first, then we're going to hear from our real world testers about what they thought of REDRUM Loco. We've got a little clip from Ask Kort about his thoughts because he had a tub of this for himself as well. But first of all, let's have a closer look at the branding on REDRUM Loco. Now, I really like the metallic look of the label, and you've got the red and black colorway on the lid. You've got that premium REDRUM series. This is tub 278 out of the 4,000. Now moving around, you've got the Werewolf Blood, and that's the flavour. You've got the 666 in terms of the ingredients profile. Wild for the Night with the little power indicator. It's really cool. And then there, Werewolf Blood, Possessed, Instinct, Mind Muscle Connection, Intensity, and Potency. I think it's interesting they haven't really gone too crazy on the pump side of things on the branding, so that's something else that leads me to think that perhaps it's just a happy accident with 6 grams of taurine giving some crazy pumps. But yeah, really a big fan of the branding. Now, we sent out several samples of this to our regular testers and they're going to give you their opinion on what they thought of the new formula for REDRUM Loco.
Give it a quick try, see what it tastes like. A very strong taste. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's very, it tastes much like an American sweet, something you might get in a pick and mix, but it tastes really good, and we'll see how we get on with it.
So it's had a fair mix now of that. Does smell very nice. Tasty. Really fruity. Mixes well. Probably about 7 out of 10 mix, and it's a high taste, maybe an 8. A little bit chalky, but other than that it's alright.
Okay, so let's see how Werewolf Blood tastes. Okay. Bizarre. Very bizarre tasting, with a bit of a kick. Potentially enough to turn me vegan if this was actual werewolf blood. Don't rate it.
Mixability looks good. Get a good deadlift session coming up, so let's see how this goes down. Guy who doesn't really like fruity flavours, it's a good fruity flavour, nice taste, quite a sharp aftertaste.
So I was asked to review the new Loco pre-workout. I got sent a sample which I've just mixed, and it mixes quite well. It's quite a good consistency throughout.
It's all mixed, ready at the gym. Let's see what it tastes like. Bit tangy. Getting them itches already. Taste 6 out of 10. Let's see what the effects are.
So with the Loco Red Rum series, it's based on what's called Werewolf Blood. I mean, I'm no expert on what a werewolf blood tastes like, however, it is ridiculously sweet. With 1 scoop it's sweet, but with 2 scoops it's bitterly sweet. So the flavour's not really my thing, but I don't really buy a pre-workout for flavouring. Mixability, it mixes really well. There was no clumps or anything like that, there was no lumps, it wasn't even chalky, it absorbed really well. It was just like a really sweet concoction, similar to if you have a shot on a night out. It's that kind of like sugar kind of thing. That's what werewolves taste of them, by all means. I wouldn't bite one.
It smells pretty sweet, kind of like Frutella. Looks like it's mixed alright. No clumps or anything in it. Smells a bit funky, but pretty sweet. It tastes alright though. We'll see how that goes. It'll take about 15 minutes or so to get to the gym. Right, so we've arrived at the gym. Not really feeling much of this so far. We'll see what the next 10 or 15 minutes warming up feels like. But so far, nothing. Not an itch on my ear or the end of my nose. I was really impressed, to be honest with you. Did about 15 minutes stretching. It didn't seem to feel like a great load of things, to be honest with you. Not like exactly a massive buzz or anything like that. But then got straight into my deadlifts and then felt really good, really strong. Didn't fatigue as half as quickly as I normally did. And I got straight up there to near where my PBs and that are, and then continued to do so and rep out. So now I was really impressed. I'm quite tight when it comes down to spending on supplements. I usually buy whatever's on offer, but I'd probably end up buying this if I had to pick another supplement. I'll finish off the one I've got, and it's a toss up between this one and a couple of others really. But now I was overall quite impressed with it. So I've used the Loco Red Rum now, and really enjoyed it. It's pump on it was just ridiculous. Like from pretty much the start exercise finish, it was mad. And energy wise, really good. No real crash at all, just a really nice energy the whole way through. And yeah, I really recommend it. If I can get hold of it, I'll buy some.
Just back from the gym, tried the Werewolf Blood. It was meant to be giving you an amazing pump, but it certainly didn't. Probably 6 out of 10. Focus 6 out of 10. No way as good as a Atomic Bomb really. I won't buy it full tub of it. Still stick to Atomic Bomb.
Although I knocked the flavour, wasn't so keen, bit of a chemical shitstorm. What it does, awesome. Just felt really good, really good. Definitely got some pumps going on. Not as much as other pump products, but perhaps I wasn't hydrated enough. Really good energy. Too soon to say whether I'm gonna crash or not. It was quite a quick session, but I think I would actually purchase this product. One more thing, it made me sweat a lot.
Well guys, that's my deadlift session now over with, using the fantastic Myoblox Loco Red Rum. Focus, laser sharp. Taste, fantastic. No massive crashes from the energy. Good energy throughout the session. I'm now going actually to purchase some. I think it's now became my favourite pre-workout. So if you haven't tried it, guys, I highly recommend it.
I had another insane session. I was sweating profusely. The focus was really good. Energy levels were consistent. So sometimes with a pre-workout, I feel like it kind of drops, but the levels like stay consistent throughout, which was good. And even though there's beta-aniline in the ingredients, it didn't feel like it gave me too much of that itching feeling, which I don't really like in a pre-workout. I would say I would recommend it. Probably give it about an 8 out of 10, which is really good for me because I'm quite fussy when it comes to pre-workouts.
Really good session. The nootropic side is key. Perfect. Focus was great. Energy kind of dipped really quick, and I felt like a bit of a come down. But overall, really good session. We got pumped. We got worked.
For the past week or so, I've been trialling Loco's Red Rum series. It's a pretty tidy product. The marketing on it's amazing. It looks really fantastic. It grabs you off the shelf. I've used it, started off with 1 scoop, and I found the 1 scoop done a good enough job. But then I started trying 2 scoops, so I thought I'll give it a go. The pump on it is like nothing I've ever had before. The pump seems to last what seems forever, and it's not got too much caffeine in. So even if you're 2 scooping it, you don't feel really untoward. You don't feel like you're really scatty after it. There's no come down, and happily, you can see it's a great pre-workout. The only issue is the price in regards to how much it costs, and the fact they've only done, as you can see, 4,000 tubs. It's absolutely fantastic, and the breakdown of it is unbelievable. Yeah, it speaks for itself.
Now, I know Ask Kort got a tub of this. I saw him posting on his Instagram story, so we reached out to him, and he's going to break down his experience of using Red Rum Loco.
So my personal user effect from Myoblox Loco Red Werewolf, it was positive. There's a few points I would like to say. I'd obviously like to thank the supplement review for my sample there, and I've taken this, what I are telling you now from this tub. I'm a massive fan of the formula because it's got stuff that we haven't seen before, and it's got some of the highest dosing you can actually get in terms of 6 grams of citrulline, 6 grams of betaine, and most importantly, what I'm talking about is the 6 grams of taurine. Now the pumps from this product I found was absolutely amazing. Really good pumps from a product and a real good surge of energy as well. My only maybe, I don't want to say negative, but my only thing I could pick is that the energy didn't last too long compared to the other times I've tried Loco. I've tried Loco Cinco and Rainbow Haze. Now stimulants wise, I preferred Loco Cinco and Loco Rainbow Haze. This one, I think maybe the 6 grams of taurine maybe had a small negative effect in terms of the stimulant didn't last that long, and both me and my training partner felt a little bit tired towards the end of the session, which I don't really like, but I did have a good surge before that. The surge of energy was absolutely fantastic. The longevity, not so much. I think because 6 grams of taurine, taurine will affect GABA and glycine receptors as well, which both are the main inhibitory neurotransmitters for our brain and spine. So it is actually used in some sleep aids, so maybe a reason why not to have such a high dose of taurine at 6 grams. I know it's acutely dosed and can have performance benefits of just 1 serving, but normally 1.5 grams to 2, maybe 3 grams. You don't outperform them dosages at the higher end of taurine, but I know with the theory of, well, the theme of 666, the 6 grams of taurine, the 6 grams of citrulline, and 6 grams of betaine having it in this, but I possibly not a massive fan of that, but the actual surge of energy from this was really good. Everything just went HD instantly. So the effectiveness of this kicking in was a lot faster than normal pre-workout, and mainly the pump was really good. And the flavour actually, it was like a strawberry sherbet. It was nice, it was very sweet. I know my training partner's not a massive fan of sweet stuff, so it was a struggle for him, but me, it was actually quite nice to have it. So the flavour, really nice. The pump's really good. The instant energy from it, really good. The only thing I could nitpick would probably be the longevity of the stimulant. I do need to try it out a little bit longer to have more of a definitive statement on what I actually think about the product, but they're my initial thought from the few servings I haven't taken. So it's a really good job. Obviously the look of it, like you can see, is absolutely phenomenal, like all the Myoblox range.
What's left is to give my final thoughts on REDRUM Loco. I really enjoyed this. I think I reacted particularly well to 6 grams of taurine. I got really crazy pumps when I trained with it. The flavour for me is a little bit chalky. It's got a similarity to the Rainbow Haze. I guess it's the pre-workout base that obviously gives some of those texture feelings and some of that taste as well. I gotta say that Werewolves are a lot fruitier than I thought they'd be. I thought this was gonna be less sweet for some reason, but it really is quite a sweet pre-workout. It's not a bad thing. It's definitely drinkable. It's not one of the horrible chemically tasting ones, but it's an acquired taste, shall we say. Now, my only criticism of this product is that it's another one of these 1 scoop, 2 scoop type deals where you have to take 2 scoops and you end up getting half the servings. Not great, but again, if you're willing to pay for an ultra premium product, that's what Myoblox is trying to be. Would I buy this? Yes. In fact, I did. I bought this tub thanks to the guys at Serious Nutrition. Yeah, overall, I would say that this is a good pre-workout. It's definitely one of the better ones on the market. Some of the ingredients in there are banned in the UK, so I think huperzine and hydrogenine, off the top of my head, you couldn't use as a British manufacturer. But this was very good. This is also very good. And those two things make me very excited about testing this. Now this is Blow. This is their pump enhancer, non-stim pre-workout. I'm really looking forward to trying and stacking these two together. So yeah, a lot more to come from the supplement review this year, and hopefully see you guys in the next video.